Saving money. Want to save money? Support public transit. We all know that building and maintaining new public transit systems is incredibly expensive. Every time a new rail proposal or new bus rapid transit system is put forward, we hear the costs, millions, hundreds of millions, billions in some cases of dollars to keep our transit system going. But transit also has the effect of saving money for individual riders, for riding families, and for society as a whole. For example, in 2013, the American Public Transportation Association, also known as APTA, estimated that, quote, individuals who ride public transportation instead of driving can save on average more than $848 a month and $10,181 annually. Of course, this number changes depending on the price of gas. When it's high, this number increases. When it's low, this number decreases. But fundamentally, people can expect to save, on an individual basis, almost $10,000 a year if they can take a bus or a train to work rather than drive their own car. Imagine a family of two parents with children having an extra $20,000 in their pocket because they're able to commute to and from work, or to and from medical appointments, or to and from schools on public transit. This also has to do with the incredibly high cost of vehicle ownership. AAA released the results of its annual Your Driving Cost study, and they revealed an almost 2% increase in the yearly cost to own and operate a sedan in the United States. Average costs rose by 1.17 cents per mile to 60.8 cents per mile, or $9,122 US per year, based on 15,000 miles of annual driving. Obviously, those who live in suburban and rural areas may drive more than 15,000 miles annually, which would only increase their costs. We look here at the changes over time. Fuel increased almost 2%. Maintenance on vehicles cost almost 11% more than it did the year before. While tires have remained, the cost of maintaining and replacing tires has remained flat, the cost of car insurance has risen almost 3%. Not to mention that depreciation on vehicles is accelerating by nearly a percentage point. When we break down these costs per mile, you can see just insurance on a car can be over $1,000 a year. Depreciation can be $3,500 a year. So the cost of vehicle ownership is incredibly expensive when compared to public transit. Better transportation also lowers healthcare costs. This can seem counterintuitive to people because the ease of driving a car versus trying to stress out figuring out train schedules or bus schedules might seem like you'd be more relaxed just putting on the radio and driving to work. However, we found that better transportation options make people less inclined to drive their cars in general. This encourages a more active lifestyle that helps fight obesity, reduce chronic disease, and contribute to overall community health. On the individual level, obesity can add $20 per overweight pound in annual healthcare expenses. So even if you're mildly overweight, 10 or 15 pounds overweight, you are talking hundreds of dollars in extra healthcare costs every year. Public transit users on average walk 19 minutes a day, while the average North American, most of whom rely on cars, walk 6 minutes a day. Train commuters average 30% more walking and were 4 times more likely to achieve their 10,000 daily steps as recommended that are recommended for fitness and health than car commuters. This healthier lifestyle promoted by transit saves money in places that your wallet cannot track or your bank account won't necessarily show. It's preventive.